Hey folks, Species 7 here, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to start a probably reasonably short series on Fortresscraft Evolved. Now I have done a first look on this. I'm just trying to figure out, I never noticed these little antenna-like things sticking out of there before. I have done a first look at this game. And during that I showed the initial sequence where you end up crashing into the planet, etc. So I didn't bother to include it this time because sometimes the initial crash can end up putting you in places that just aren't all that much fun. Now I really liked this initial spawn because, as you can see, we are wide open to the sky, and that's important. Now when your ship crashes, even if it crashes through a mountain and leaves a hole so that this guy charges with solar power, your little buddy here, Arthur, the half-dead robot, who becomes very important later, has a real issue recharging because everything here is kind of solar powered unless you make it otherwise. So if you go back to my other video, you would realize that this item here that's just unfolding the panels, as you can see because the sun's now coming up, is what supplies our main base power. And as we can see here, that's our main power hub, and the power level in it's about halfway up. Below that is my suit power level, which at the moment is full. The Add Resources button will take whatever the most productive so far as caloric count or burning that's in your inventory and stick it in there. In this case, well, we don't really know what it is. Now what I did when I landed was I just blasted a bunch of stuff. Like I collected a little bit of rock from in here, and I collected a tree that was over there and cleared up a little bit. And the reason I did this is so that I could come over to my little research station, and I'm on the wrong side of all of this happiness. Come over to the research station, and I have all these unknown materials. So what I can do with these is gain research points, and research points will help me build things. So that's leaves, cool. This one was tree trunks, cool. Some rough hewn rock, some snow, some coal ore, and some rubble. So all of those things I have discovered, and that gave me 18 research points, which I could put into things like suit upgrades or maybe some of these. And what I'm going to do with that first set of points is I want this guy, storage crates, so I'm going to research that. And I want to research my suit upgrades. There we are. What else we got? Anything else that I want right away? Solar cell. That's for the suit upgrade, so we want to research that. We want to research this. Anything to do with our suit on the first one, because there are a couple of different ways to approach this. Now it is a survival game, make no doubts about that. But most of the survival is handled quite well by your suit, unless you put it into conditions where it can't, i.e. your biggest enemy here, as you notice from the vapid snowfall, is the temperature. And you'll see up in the upper right hand corner, that's my environmental hazard levels. External temperatures right now are in the blue, which means they are too cold for me. I want things in the greeny, yellow, orangey range. If I get close to one of my torches, however, you'll notice that there we go. Now my temperatures are in the right range, and my suit battery is using only 0.1%. When I get into the cold, you'll see that now I'm using 1.2% of suit battery, and will slowly lose my charge. So at this point in the game, that's pretty much the survival. The reason I have coal is because when I crashed, I destroyed a coal deposit. There was 2 blocks left sitting right here on the surface. I've never seen only a 2-block deposit before, so yeah, I do assume that I must have, you know, the ship smashed it up. Always good whenever you can to add resources and build up your hub power level. Other items we have is your crafting system here. Now this is for crafting your more complicated things, and the first thing we are going to want to craft is for our buddy Arthur, which is... there you are, Arthur, you're the light blue. These are things we can put into Arthur, and he is going to help us a bunch. That's the first thing we want to produce, but we need copper. Right now, I have no resources. So, what I'm going to do by pressing the M key is bring this little puppy out. And I'm going to ping for unknowns by clicking my left mouse button. Ah, there we go. There is something apparently that way. So, I will click the X button, go back to this guy, and I'm going to simply punch out a big area here. One of the really nice things in this game is the fact that it has incredible range for your mining. Like, incredible range. And of course with the opposite mouse button, I can pop them back in there. Want a little bit of light? Let's pop that out and throw in a torch. Now these are cool too. You'll notice if you put them on a wall, they look like a light. Now they do still give off heat. You'll see as I get close to it, my battery rate goes down because my temperature adjusts. If you put them on the floor, they're an actual flame like a torch. Pretty cool, eh? And of course you can simply zap them and pick them back up again. So there we go. Did I get them? Yep. Now I'm going to use my scanner once more and ping for unknowns. Alright. So it would appear I've got something just off that way and something below me. Now this game is both rather brilliant and unfortunately sort of lacking. And the brilliance comes in the amount of work and detail the dev put into this is really phenomenal. It truly is. Like, every piece of machinery has animations, has sounds, and they all work. Like, I mean, they work in context of what they represent. And we are nighttime, we are getting cold. So we will once again add a little bit of resources, and until you automate this process, and the automation in this game is incredible by the way, and I can recharge my suit from this. This is our kind of storage cell or battery if you will, and by pressing the Q button I can rob the battery of power. There we go. Now my suit's fully charged and I cannot freeze to death. I suppose I can use another torch around here, eh? And again, look at the range on this thing. I can plant torches there. In fact, if I wanted to, I could plant a torch pretty much anywhere I can see, like on the bottom of the top of that tree, things like that. It's quite neat that way, actually. There we go. Get a couple of these burning. That gives us a little more light, and torches are nice and easy to make. You can simply go to your C button, opens, without looking at a block, press C, and it will open up a sort of another crafting window, but this is for crafting slightly simpler stuff here. And torches, all you need is 5 coal. Always keep a supply of torches on you. They are not your only source of light, but your other source of light. The other thing I like to keep some of on me are these. And these. I like to use these as breadcrumbs, so that if I wander away to search for things, and I can lay these down. since they do have sort of a convenient arrow to show me which direction. As you'll see here, whichever way you face. Yeah. So they have these nice arrows. And yeah. So they're handy for basically you just plant them behind you and let you know which way you've come, because just like real life, as long as you're out traipsing about and look behind yourself once in a while, you can never really get lost. It's people that only look in front of them that get lost out in the woods and places like that. And a little more energy. See, the first thing you really need to do in this game is hunt down resources. And again, the way that you do that obviously is with this. And as you can see, it's telling us there are things here. There's something down there. And there was something straight ahead of us. I think what I'm going to do here, just to start... Oh, look at that. The very next layer. Unknown block detected. So there we go. Let's give ourselves a little light. There we are. And it kind of looks like copper to me, so let's get a nice little area cleared out here. Cool. Actually, that might be tin. Just might be. But we don't know. What you need to do whenever you come across a new block, now I'm actually going to take some of it with me as well. The best way to do that is hold your control key, hit your right mouse button, and you can pick up just about anything, but notice how quickly it drained my suit power. Mind you, I also got quite a good load of those. Of course, now it's a bit of a race, because I don't want to freeze to death or run out of power. Always leave yourself a tiny bit. We're going to add some resources, just to make sure I don't steal all the power available on the base. And I will now fill my suit. Lovely. So, if we go to... Oh, I'm sorry. Well, this guy here, we see we have a new unknown material now. If we process that, we find out it is in fact tin ore. So, cool. We now have some tin. And what do you do with it? Well, you march it on over to this guy, which as you can see says insert ore. And if we open that up, we get another inventory. Now I only have one ore right now, so if I click feed ore, it'll automatically throw in all the tin bars that I have. Now, problem here is I'm now sharing this one power source with not only my own survival at stake, but it's also trying to heat up a smelter. And this will, as we will see as the game progresses, start to cause issues. Now, I'm going to look around, find iron and coal. These are the other important things I need. And once I've done that, I will show you guys how to start getting a few things going. I also need copper, because I need 2 copper ingots to fix up our buddy Arthur. But I think that's going to do it for this time, guys. If you'd like to support the series, please leave a like, leave a favorite, leave a comment. If you have issues with the ways I'm doing things, let me know. You can press the thumbs down just as readily as the thumbs up. Until next time, this has been BC7 for Fortresscraft Evolved. Take care. Evolved? I did say that, did I? Or did I say involved? Oh, Fortresscraft Evolved. Till next time, guys, take care of each other, and ciao for now.